Well, I thought I was done spamming out videos on the latest trending topic, but apparently not. I've got an article from today, finally, as opposed to the year-old articles I was reading you before. From the Daily Californian. And look, this article is going to point out the things that are wrong with the American court system right now. In my opinion, the Supreme Court of America is probably the greatest legal body that has ever existed. Judges' decisions are often some of the finest pieces of writing ever put to paper. The lower courts? Not so much. The 3D gun ban was put in place by a federal court judge. Federal court judges are appointed by the president. The judge who made this ban was appointed by Bill Clinton. Have we really created a situation where an appointee judge is more powerful than a president? Where an appointee judge can overrule the president's legally binding decisions? Just as the president has the right to determine which countries may and may not have immigration rights to the U.S., it's also very clear in the Constitution that you cannot make laws which limit speech and expression, and this includes the transfer of information, and that there's a right to bear arms. And the judges know this, they aren't stupid. They're treasonous. They're working against the federal law, where federal law is being justly applied. Everywhere I keep reading about untraceable guns that seemingly come out of inkjet printers. And yet the founding fathers never planned for automatic weapons or semi-auto rifles, or as if those muskets had serial numbers. As if any stolen gun or filed down gun is any more traceable than a plastic gun. And just because we haven't developed methods to trace the manufacturer of a plastic gun doesn't mean that there won't be methods. Never mind that, but trying to ban the distribution of the plans is pointless. The plans have been up for years, you idiots. The only alternative is to ban the distribution of the printers, to limit the capability of people to manufacture at home. And if you can make any useful machinery, you can make a gun. And maybe that's the point. Anyway, on to the article. This is written by Suryan Bhatia. Berkeley 5 found not guilty during trial for alleged assault of protester. Taylor Fuller, Scott Hedrick, Nathan Perry, Jeff Armstrong, and Dustin Sawtell, popularized as the Berkeley Five by local activists, were voted not guilty by a jury Monday. This verdict comes after their hearings, which ran from Wednesday to Friday. The 5 men were put on trial for misdemeanor charges after allegedly assaulting Donald Trump supporter Daniel Quillinan during the March 4th Trump rally in August 2017. During the March for Trump rally in 2017. Perry faced additional charges for the possession of a leaded cane, which was later dropped. People are here for the right of the community to defend itself against the rise of Trump, racism, and fascism, said Ronald Cruz, one of the defendant's attorneys. The 5 men allegedly punched and kicked Quillinan, although accounts of the event differ. As reported by Berkeley side, Sawtell said at the trial that Quillinan attacked the 5 men first, contradicting the court documents which claim that Quillinan did not provoke the men and only defended himself. Local activist group By Any Means Necessary, or BAM, said in a press release that Quillinan is a self-proclaimed fascist sympathizer. Quillinan stated during the trial that he is not a fascist nor a white supremacist. The BAM press release also called the Berkeley Five local heroes and advocated for all charges against them to be dropped. Additionally, BAM called for supporters to fill the courtroom as the trial was public. The trial took place at the Wiley W. Manuel Courthouse in Oakland. Supporters of the Berkeley Five reportedly laughed, sighed, hissed, and had other outbursts during the trial, according to the Berkeley side article. So they're intimidating the jury. The courtroom reportedly burst into a round of applause at the end of defense attorney Shanta Driver's closing arguments. That name is familiar. I know that name. I'm gonna look that up and
today, Bill. We came out today to show our support for the mayor of Berkeley, for all of the activists and leaders in this community, including Yvette Villarca, who've stood up to the trolls that work from the sewers of the internet and support Donald Trump and have started a campaign to try to intimidate and terrorize people who speak against them, like the mayor. Representing all the people of Detroit, all the people of Saginaw, all the people of Flint, all the young black people from Chicago, all the young Latino people from Roosevelt Heights in Los Angeles, all the young black and Latino people all across this nation. Today, you are not Cody Hyde. You're the spokesperson for black people all across this country. The eyes of this nation is on you. What you do today will tell people all across this nation, is there a new civil rights movement capable of standing up, speaking out, and defending people all across this nation, black, Latino, Asian, Arab American, poor white people all over this nation that stand for decency.
Well, I didn't see that. I only heard. Social, but I'll take your word.
I heard a fireside chat. I saw a baseball match.
And I just laughed and I thought I'd die.
But I'll be done seeing about everything when I see an elephant fly.
Your wife fears for your safety.
Wait till we get to the big town. Boy, them city folks is sure in for a surprise.
It was a total victory for the movement, Driver said. From the pickets that took place to the posters to the support, it was a total victory. Prosecutor James Logan could not be reached for a comment. Cruz and Driver said they believe they won the case for many reasons, including that the prosecution's witnesses contradicted each other. One example of this, according to Cruz, is that Quillinan originally said one of his attackers had red hair, a trait none of the defendants bear. That doesn't mean he wasn't attacked by somebody with red hair as well. Fucking slippery goddamn lawyers, eh? Driver also said Berkeley Police Department Sergeant Jesse Grant changed his testimony multiple times through the hearings. She noted that she believes the jury wanted to send a message that Berkeley, Oakland, and the Bay Area at large will protect those who stand up for free speech. Now, presumably you might think that the people at the March for Trump were the ones standing up for free speech, right? Since they had the permit to rally and all that was their platform. No, it's the protesters here, the Antifa, who are doing the free speech with their fists in their clubs. Moving forward, Cruz said the five men made it clear that they will continue protesting the national administration. It is very difficult to imagine what it is to build a political movement that is a resistance to what is taking place right now, Driver said in her closing arguments, according to Berkeley side.
Jim Crow, we say hell no! They say Jim Crow, we say hell!